Former police officer Brandon Tatum and Democratic strategist Antoine C. Wright join me now to debate. Thank you both for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
So, Brandon, I will start with you. You know, it really was a sight yesterday to see what happened in the House. What is your takeaway?
Well, I'm going to say, man, this is political theater. The American people don't care about this BS that they're doing in the House, trying to say the president is racist. We don't care about that. Get something done. That's what we care about. And for them to come out, and I believe it's racist to say this about the president. Only reason they're saying this is because he's white. I believe that these four stooges, and I call them the four stooges, they're coming against the president and what I believe is a racial tangent against him and every other white person in America.
Yeah, Antoine, I would ask you, why has there not been any type of condemnation, specifically from Nancy Pelosi, in terms of anti-Semitic tweets and comments that have been made by some of these four congresswomen specifically?
So a couple of things. Heather, you opened your segment this morning saying so-called racist comments, and I think that's part of the problem. Democrats and Republicans acknowledge the fact that those comments were racist to the core.
That's not true, though. Not everyone thinks that they're racist.
Democrats and Republicans acknowledge that, Heather. Let's not do this morning. The second thing I would tell you, the last time I was on this network with Brandon, he was the one who told me that racism did not exist in this country. Well, we all know that's true. What we saw yesterday from the House Democrats and some Republicans, it is acknowledging the fact that what the president did was wrong. It was racist. It was bigotry. It was hate in the form of modern day, what I call not even a dog whistle, but a bullhorn. The truth of the matter is, this is rhetoric we've seen from Donald Trump before. He is speaking to a group of people in this country who love to hear those words. It tickles their ear. And if we don't acknowledge the fact, and if we continue to go numb to this, then we are part of the problem, because I lived through what these words can mean to people when people were killed in Charleston, South Carolina.
Let me let Brandon respond to that as well. Brandon?
Yeah, let me respond to this. I don't know what planet you're living on, but I'm a black man in America just like you are, and I don't think the president is a racist. If the man was a racist, I wouldn't have supported him, and half of the country wouldn't have voted for him. That is a lame duck excuse. And
Brandon, you sound crazy as hell this morning to say that Donald Trump is not racist, and the fact that these comments were not racist.
Okay, because you believe that, because it's politically expedient, doesn't make it true. Most of us in America understand what real racism is. Because a person criticized four adult women who decide to hate this country, that's not racism. And I hope that you will go back and read the history book and look at true racism, because our forefathers will be rolling in their grave, listening to somebody like yourself and others pander.
Let me show you this.
Brandon, you know what our forefathers would have a problem with, Brandon? You being a sellout.
Hold on one moment. Let's take a look at what President Trump had to say in terms of this vote that happened in the House, because you said all the Republicans agreed that this was in fact racist.
I did not say that. I said it was bipartisan. Don't put words in my mouth.
It wasn't bipartisan.
What I said was it was bipartisan.
Voted in favor of the resolution.
That is bipartisan. Call it what you want. That is bipartisan.
Antoine, don't talk over me, please, and I won't talk over you. Here's a look at what the president had to say. He said, "So great to see how unified the Republican Party was on today's vote concerning statements I made about four Democratic congresswomen. If you really want to see statements, look at the horrible things they said about our country, Israel, and much more. They are now the top most visible members of the House Democrats, who are now wedded to this bitterness and hate." The Republican vote was 187 to 4, meaning 4 voted in favor with Democrats. Wow. Also, this was the first time since 1984 that the Speaker of the House was ruled out of order and broke the rules of House quite a day. So my question to you, Antoine, is, does the Democratic Party want to rally behind these four congresswomen who have made clear how they feel about Jews in this country, the anti-Semitic comments that they've made, not condemning Antifa most recently, not condemning Al-Qaeda? Is this wise for Democrats to do?
What Democrats want to do is unite behind the fact that we have to reject racism, bigotry, and hate in this country, and we saw that crystal clear. The fact of the matter is, what you and everyone else missed in the vote yesterday is that the Democrats voted to put Nancy Pelosi's comments that she read from the floor into the record. And what that says is that we, united Democrats, condemn racism, hate, and bigotry that came from the president's tweets. And let's not forget, the president has a history of picking at women of color and women, period. And we saw this as a prime example in his tweet the other day.
Antoine, I'm sorry, I have to wrap you up. Brandon, you get the final word here.
All right, I hope to God that they keep running on this fake racism because we're going to win in a landslide. It is no way in the world that the president of the United States is a racist. Y'all need to stop saying that. The comment that he made is good people on both sides. The police chief, who's a black man, made the same comment, and none of y'all saying anything.
Brandon, you are a sellout.
I believe it.
All right.
Okay, thank you. I hope you keep running on that because
we only
we're
have
going to win
15 seconds left. We're going to go to break, so I have to cut you both off. Definitely the discussion needs to continue. Brandon, Antoine, thank you very much.